What's up, everyone? Today's Geeky Acrylics video is going to be different ways that you can really bring your Funko customization to a new level. Just adding a little extra details to really make it pop. So I want to use this one as my main example. This is Nate Shot. A lot of people know him from esports as being associated with Call of Duty and Optic Gaming, but now he's got his own organization, 100 Thieves. They really did great this year, and so I wanted to do a Funko of him rocking the 100 Thieves merch. This is probably one where I really put a lot of focus into the details of the clothes. I went with a pop that already had his style of hair. So I'm going to try to get a close-up so you can kind of see that his head's not glued on yet. So this could go bad. Okay, so you can see he's got belt loops. He's got a button. You can't tell from the video. Well, you can kind of tell, but he's got the indication of pockets there. It's like indented a little bit there to show that he has pockets. I did, it sucks he switched back to Nikes, but for a long time he was big into collecting Adidas, and I wanted to get a really distinctive pair for his pop, so this is something that when people looked at him, they'd recognize them as Adidas. I got the stripes in there, but they are painted black. It's black on black for this particular pair. So I did that. I added laces. You can see his shoes are not tied. I'm sure Matt ties the shoes, but for this, I got Nate's shoes like completely untied here just to really give it a little extra. It's kind of hard to tie. I'm still working on that, getting a nice tied shoe for the clay. I rolled these tiny little thin snakes, and I literally placed the laces in one by one. And so right now his shoes are untied. There's also stitching. You can't really tell, but in the jeans, they're stitching there. They're stitching in the hoodie here. I looked up the 100 Thieves merch, which is sold out always. And I looked it up, and where they were stitching in the hoodie, like the hood, I tried to get it in there. The 100 Thieves logo, of course, etched in. It's got the drawstrings to. I think the logo is the only thing that doesn't really match the actual merch. And Nate Shot, if you see this, I'll do a little trade ski, your own Funko Pop for 100 Thieves hoodie. But yeah, I did my best to really capture, Nate Shot's look here. And it's really a step up from what I used to create. It's always good to keep challenging yourself. So I look for ways to further challenge, to up my game. I'm always trying to learn something new, how to create something else, and improve on things that I've already done. So Ninja here was one of the very first pops I completed using a completely blank DIY Funko Pop. So everything here is completely sculpted. And so for this, of course, I learned how to maybe not do things like the headset. I have a video on how to do headwear for your Funko, and I'm pretty sure I explain on how you don't want to do your headset like this because there's nothing to support it here, and his headset's actually cracked. And I put super glue underneath to keep it from cracking further. It's holding, he's fragile. I learned what not to do. But, his was really simplified. I didn't do any detailed pants. These are just really basic sweatpants. I was really proud of the hood at the time, but obviously I think I did a much more detailed, cleaner job with Nadeshot's hoodie. There's no stitching or anything here. It's little more flat than what it would probably be realistically. With the pops, you want to look for something about whether it's like an eSwords personality or an in-game character or whoever you're doing. Look for things that people generally associate with them. So like Nade, at the time, he wore a lot of Adidas, and, he created 100 Thieves, so that's what I associated him with for his pop. For this pop, I put my focus in these How to Train Your Dragon slippers, and obviously his hair, because that's a big, statement. People see his hair and know immediately that that's Ninja. For the slippers, though, at the time, like I said, this is an old pop. You can tell, that's back when he was still repping Luminosity. He's got on the Luminosity jersey. And I didn't know what kind of shoes he wore because, always on stream. A lot of times he was just in his socks or whatever doing the pom-pom. But there was one time he did the pom-pom wearing these, like, How to Train Your Dragon slippers. I favorited the video, and I went online. I found the slippers. I Googled them, enlarged them, and used them to sculpt. So it's got the little wings here, and the mouth, the eyes, and they're like little horns or whatever up here. So yeah, that's where I put my focus. But I could have done a more detailed job on the hoodie and the pants, if I'd had that confidence at the time. Just doing the hair was a big challenge then. And if you're wondering what happened to his pickaxe, he had the sword. There was a sword that went in the plunger, but it broke, so I have to make a new one. I've just been busy creating new pops, and I'm actually going to do a new Ninja with his actual, like, Ninja, like, merged headband and, probably the purple hair. I really like the two-tone, the pink and the aqua look that he had going on. So I haven't decided purple or the previous colors, but let's see. Oh yeah, and then this one. This is Optic Chrome 6. And for him, it was the same deal, I simplified the feet. It's just basic shoes, basic like sweatpants on. And for him, the focus was his Optic Turtle Beach gaming headset. Obviously, it doesn't look exactly like it, but it's fairly close. The focus was on his robot eye, because he's a Chrome bot. But looking back on it now that I have the confidence and I've done more pops, I probably would have gone the extra length, the stitching and the details and stuff on the shoes. You don't have to do it all. You can just focus on certain areas like this, and that's a good starting point. If you want to go completely all out, focus on all the little details, that's great too. This tool has been so valuable to me. I got a bunch of different ones and stuff. Like, these are all dirty and clay covered, but like I bought a pack of tools from Michael's, and I do a lot with them. But this is where a lot of my detail comes from. These come from cleaning up and doing the basic sculpt, and this one is the details. If you don't have the ability to buy them, they're pretty inexpensive, really. I think a 6 or 8 pack of tools was like probably not even $10 at Michael's, and that was either coupons or whatever, we can do 40 or 50% off an item. That would be the best time to do that. But if you didn't, you could use a toothpick. Probably not ideal for the thin stitchings, like type details that I do, but that's an option. You could even probably take a paper clip, like a really firm one. There's ones that aren't quite as thin than this, and bend it and use that. And you use this for stitching. You could also use like a straight pin. Some straight pins have like the little plastic balls at the end. Something that you can hold on to really grip it while you're doing the stitching. But this would work too if you needed to. So you can get crafty with it, and that can really allow you to get the really fine details that set your pop out. One of the ones that took a lot of challenge and a lot of little sculpting with this tool is my Erin battery pop. This is a specialist from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. She's one of my favorite specialists. I think it's really cool. I usually play her. And I wanted to put most of my focus in the mohawk. And I do have a video on how to sculpt a mohawk. This was all DIY blank Funko Pop as well. The blank female pops. So that's where I thought most of my focus was going to be. And then I really got into the details of her outfit. I looked up pictures. I got screenshots from Black Ops 4. And I really studied them. And I simplified it, obviously. But you can see one of her distinctive features in her. I'm trying to get a good view of it. It's kind of hard, the lighting and everything, but she's got pink scissors. You can kind of see them right here that are sticking out of her little armored pouch thingy. And I believe they're in her Black Ops 3 sculpt as well. So even though that's so tiny and most people just at first glance not even know what it was, anyone who plays or follows, Black Ops, they've seen her, maybe they've noticed it. It's just little details like that I think are really cool and thoughtful to add to a pop. So I just looked for other things, though, like the bigger things like the elbow pads and the little nades and stuff. Lots of little pouches, a badge and stuff. Doing the camo on her pants. The padding and the armor goes around the back too. So it's little details like that make it really stand out. Her headset was pretty simplified to begin with, so I didn't simplify that too much. But again, a lot of details there. The only thing I opted to go easy on was the boots, because it was getting to be a lot. And another example would be for Wraith. This is from Apex Legends. She has a really cool, complex outfit as well. Lots of bands and like little armored padding pieces. So I simplified that, but I made sure to do like a 3D looking sculpt for her cape. I don't know if that's like a cowl or whatever that is, the way it wraps around like that, but that's a signature look. There's the little painted markings. This is her default outfit, by the way, so I try to do their default outfits because I feel like they're more recognizable. For her, in order to add a little something extra, I created her like rift portal, because I don't know, I thought it'd be cool to try a background piece for her, and she was the perfect person to do it because she has this really cool like ability to just create random portals. And artistically, I think it looked really cool. So I took some screenshots of the portal, and it's probably not perfect, but I think it came out really well overall. And her hair has a nice silhouette that was really fun to make as well. So just think about that when you're creating the character. Like zoom in, really look at the details and ways that you can make it stand out, whether it's, pockets and shoelaces, or, specific, design elements that can really make it stand out. This has really been a valuable tool for me, and every time I create a pop, I'm looking for something else I can add or a way to make it more detailed to really stand out. So yeah, let me know if you found this video helpful. Maybe leave a comment, let me know what else you want to see. The likes and comments really, help with the YouTube algorithms. So That's much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already and you're enjoying these. I got a lot of tutorials if you haven't watched them already. I'll link some below on where to get started with creating your own Funko Pop. I'm not sure which videos are coming out first, but Nadeshot's got a time-lapse video with commentary that I'm recording as well. I also have Doom Patrol Funko Pops that I'm doing time-lapse and recording for as well. So there's a lot of stuff coming, but if there's something specific you want to see or questions that you have, drop them in the comments and I will be more than happy to help if I can and make some more tip videos. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see ya.